the country as far as sporty action is concerned. And we have the Kenya Secondary School Sports Association Games. This is the term one of the national schools game. And you remember the rugby match between Kisii High School and of course Vihiga High School. Vihiga are the champions, electoral, the new champions in town. They have won against Kisii, and of course that is just one of the many encounters. And in the men's basketball, Leisa Hills from Kajiado are the new champions. This is after edging out Dr. Agri from Mombasa. And of course those are just some of the updates as far as the secondaries, the 2025 National Secondary Schools Sports Games Association is concerned. And of course we are still following up and tracking other fixtures just to bring you up to speed. Remember, we have finals that are being played in different categories. We have the basketball, we have rugby, we have hockey, and even handball, and for both men and women category. And of course we'll be bringing you the update of what is happening as far as this particular fixture is concerned. So we have now, let me just give you some insight to this. In the handball category, that is for women, Kamsinga will be up against St. Joseph's, that is in women. Then men's category, we have that is Kamito that will be up against Kimilili in the finals. And of course we'll be updating you on the final scores between those fixtures. Then in the hockey, we have St. Joseph's against Tigoi, that is the women category. Then in the men's category, we have St. Anthony against Musinga, that is the males category, that is the hockey. And we'll still be updating you on what is happening. Then rugby, already we have the final. We know who is the winner. Vihiga High School are the winners of this the 2025 first term secondary schools games, that is rugby 15s aside. So this time round the title goes to Vihiga High School. Then in the basketball, Butere Girls vs Kenya vs KUTV, that is in the women. Then in the males category, we have Dr. Agri vs Leisa Hills, and of course the winners of this particular encounter in the males category is the Leisa Hills, who are the winners of the first term, the 2025 first term, that is in the basketball males category. And of course as results continue to trickle in, I will be updating you just to bring you up to speed, or rather just to give you some few insight. Remember what we have right now, these are the dominant teams in the history of this Kenya Secondary School Sports Association games. When you talk about the likes of St. Anthony, St. Joseph's, Kaisa, Dr. Agri, these are the teams that have really crafted the art, and they really know how to compete in these competitive affairs, especially the nationals. And of course any team that qualified for the semi-finals has already gained ticket to take part in the East Africa Secondary Schools Games Association that will be held later on. That is, it will be in August, and these events, the nationals, will be held in the country and in Kakamega County. So you can imagine the level of competition between these two teams. And of course what is emerging is the dominance of non-schools when it comes to these games. So that is what we are just waiting to see, who will be confirmed to be the champions. When it comes to we still have many different disciplines. Remember hockey, handball, And of course, we are still waiting to confirm the results that is in the basket for women's category, and we'll be updating you so that you can follow and see which team is the champion of the first term of the Kenya Secondary School Sports Association Games. And away from that, we are still tracking a very eagerly awaited final, the final of the Kenya Cup, the 2024-2025 season. I'm talking about the final between the defending champions Kabras Sugar against Menengai Oilers, who will be eyeing this title for the first time in their history. But they face a very strong team, a team that has really ruled this game for the last 3 seasons in a row. And they have played 39 matches unbeaten since 2022, and this time round they eye yet another title. So will the Oilers actually oil the ground so that Cabras will find it very slippery and sink in it? That is the big question. But each team, they are all equal to the task. So it's just a matter of time to see which team will take this crown, the 2024-2025 season, that is the title season home. Will it be the usual, the familiar name, or this time round a team that was considered to be underdog, that over time has really proven itself to be one of the forces to reckon with? That is Menengai Oilers. Prior to this encounter, the final match to be played today, the Menengai coach really actually expressed his his confidence about this particular final and what it really took to actually get to this point. It boils down to teamwork, hard work, dedication, and commitment that players put into this into each and every game that they play until the very end of it. So it's a fight until the very end, and at the end of the day, like we always say, a team that has the drill, the energy, the anger, the zeal, and of course the swagger to go all the way until the final minutes is a team that at the end of the day takes the title home. And that's what counts in the game of rugby. Strategy, number one, the master class, and of course the set pieces, the way you defend as a unit, and of course how you utilize the limited spaces and of course chances that you get. That what counts at the end of the day. So we are really waiting to see how the event will pan out, and of course it's a very interesting encounter between the two teams, which is fair to say until this particular point are the best two teams in this particular season, the 2024-2025 Kenya Cup season. And we'll be updating you on what will be happening, and of course who will take the crown home, because that is what we are all eager to see. Will the history be written, or this time round we'll read from a different script? Remember, all teams are equal to the task. Alright, so rugby aside, remember today we have the Kenya Cup, the Football Kenya Federation Cup action, and Top Guns are out there to squeeze all 3 points to make sure that they secure a ticket to take part in the quarterfinals of the Kenya Cup, which is not Kenya Cup. Kenya Cup imesink kwa akili sana. The Football Kenya Federation Cup, which is a very important cup and affair, because this is where the winning team gets automatic ticket to take part in the continental football affairs. This is the equivalent version of the Europa League. That is when now you boil it down to the Africa continental football affairs. So let me take you through the fixtures. The match is already underway. It's Actually, it's a half time to the kickoff because it began at exactly 3 p.m. East African time, and of course we'll be updating you on the scores so that you can see how your favorite team is actually faring on. So Denmark is currently playing against Kariobangi Sharks. Then we have Compel against Mara Sugar. Nairobi United, a team that plays in the National Super League, is up against KCB, one of the formidable teams in the Kenya Premier League. Then we have Kakamega Homeboys against Shabana FC. Bandari will welcome that is Gor Mahia at Mbaraki Stadium in a battle to secure a ticket to take part in the quarterfinals of the Football Kenya Federation Cup. Those are the fixtures for today, Saturday. On Sunday, we have Kenya Police will be playing against Kapenguria United. Then we have Moranga Seals against Kibera. Remember, Police FC are the defending champions of the Kenya Cup, and we have now, and they will be keen to actually defend their title, and who knows, maybe go for a double this time around. They are the current league leaders. They are ahead of Gor Mahia with 3 points, and of course they'll be keen to see if they can actually go for a double this particular season for Premier League and of course the FKF Cup. Well, it's just a matter of time, and of course the way the Premier League is taking shape, nobody can really predict how the event will pan out. So those are the fixtures for the Kenya Cup, and of course it's something that we are following keenly, given the fact that at this particular stage we have the top guns, the likes of Gor Mahia, Kenya Police, Kariobangi Sharks, there are Kakamega Homeboys, who at one point they won this particular cup. So it's a very competitive affair between the teams that will be very eager and keen to actually clinch the ticket to the next round of this competition and march all the way to the finals, and who knows, clinch the ticket alongside very hefty rewards that comes with it. Now, so those are the fixtures in the Football Kenya Federation Cup. So let me switch gears pretty quick and take you to the English Premier League. But before the English Premier League, let's talk about the European football action, the Champions League. And the first leg of quarterfinals were played. Well, some teams were lucky. Arsenal won 3-0 against Real Madrid, currently the defending champions, the reigning champions. And the second leg, now that is where the hard work, and of course everything now will be determined by the second leg. If Arsenal can keep up with the momentum, all they need is just to defend the 3 goals and they are in to the semis. But if they slip a bit and allow Real Madrid to do their usual thing, then they'll be the next Manchester City of this encounter. So the second leg, Real Madrid will be welcoming Arsenal at Bernabeu Stadium in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League. Remember, this is the quarters. Then Aston Villa, who are beaten by PSG, will welcome PSG at Villa Park in the second leg encounter. So at least one English team has an upper hand. The other one will be fighting to actually see if they can progress to the semis. Then Inter Milan, who really shocked Bayern Munich when they won 2-1 against Bayern Munich at Allianz Arena, beating Bayern at home. Now Bayern will be traveling to San Siro, and just to see if they can overturn the 1-goal deficit, because the 2-1, so that means for Real Madrid to actually dream, they must at least win by 1 goal, so that they can force the game to the extra time, and who knows, maybe that much to be decided by penalties. But given the caliber and the standard of Inter Milan, the way they play their football, of course the way they attack, well, hii itakuwa ngumu. Hii ndio ile mechi Waswahili wanasema ya kukata na shoka. Now another tricky and very interesting encounter. Dortmund vs Barcelona. Barcelona in the first leg they won 4-0 against Dortmund. Well, Dortmund it's really hard to beat Dortmund at home, but away goals 4-0. Well, even if miracle was to happen, hiyo inaweza kuwa ngumu kiplani, ngumu kidogo for Dortmund to actually overturn 4 goals. Of course, it's possible. We saw what Liverpool did to same team Barcelona. We know what Real Madrid did to Manchester City. So football is quite interesting, especially when it comes to Champions League. Anything is possible. This is the battle of the Titan. Each team that has actually made it to this quarterfinal stage is just equal to the task, and they can march all the way to the finals, and who knows, lift the title. But at the end of the day, it boils down to experience, and that is where a lot of teams actually fumbles, and that's why I'm really worried and concerned about Arsenal. For me, I still believe that in as much as wako ndani, mguu moja ndani, haendi kuwa rahisi. It will not be easy for them due ya experience and quality and the caliber of Real Madrid team. So inaenda kuwa hatari, inaenda kuwa noma zaidi. So we hope that the celebrations and all the noise yenye tumekuwa served with for this particular week, maybe next week, at least tutakuwa na peace courtesy of Real Madrid if miracle indeed can happen, because in football miracle si rare. Tume witness many miracles it happen. A team that iko ahead with 4 goals inakuwa overturned, and at the end of the day inakuwa a theater of just mere dreams, inakuwa slaughtered at the altar of very or let me say pretty mistakes that an opponent ana capitalize on it, and at the end of the day wanna carry the day. So that is the Champions League. Remember, the fixtures are out there, so it's just a matter of time to see ni team gani itakuwa ina make it to the semis. Then from there we can now discuss about the finals and of course the champion. So until right now we are not sure if the defending champion will go home, but as things stands, chances ya wao kwenda home ni 50%. The 50% ni ya wao kufight because wako na a moment and a chance to redeem themselves in the second leg. Now, pretty quick, even as we race against time, in the English Premier League fixtures, let me just read it to you pretty quick. We have the early kickoff that is currently underway. Manchester City against Crystal Palace. Then at 5 p.m. East African time, Southampton will be up against Aston Villa. Then we have Nottingham Forest, who will entertain Everton. Then Brighton will be up against Leicester City. Then Arsenal will wind up today's fixture with a clash against stubborn team Brentford. On Sunday, we have Chelsea will be up against Ipswich Town. Then Wolves will play against Tottenham Hotspurs. Then we have Liverpool against West Ham. Then we have Newcastle against Manchester United. This is the highlight of the week, and of course we just want to see how the event will turn out to be on Monday. Bournemouth will be up against Fulham. Remember, Fulham is a team that tried to slam brakes on Liverpool, who are really flying this season. Remember, prior to Fulham vs Liverpool clash, Liverpool had actually lost 1 goal, had only lost 1 game, and then Fulham spoiled the party. But as things stands, this time round, by all angles, trajections and all indications points to Liverpool running away with this title, the 2024-2025 English Premier League title. Now with that, we have come to the end of our show tonight. Let me thank the men today let me thank the men and women behind the scene who made this production a success, and of course you, our esteemed viewers, for always keeping us a company. It has been a pleasure. Do have a lovely weekend, and of course enjoy the rest of your viewing. Let's do this next weekend, same time, same place, by the grace of God. For now, bye bye.